Some of you may not be in the mood to do anything or take any action if you need to. Death, to me, in the minor sense, can represent just having a down week. Avoiding people and just kind of doing your own thing, but whatever that thing is that you decide to focus on, it isn't much. It's like it's homebody mode at times for me. Otherwise, you do have a potential major change coming through that is impacting and shifting the way things were before. And what is the case of what's ending is just no longer. You can't go back to that. But it doesn't seem, looking at the cards surrounding this, it doesn't seem negative. We'll see what the clarification card says for death. I just see at most some stress here. The Nine of Swords, you could have plenty of concerns in the back of your mind, things that feel unsettling. But I think with the Emperor as the outcome card, you're gaining control over those thoughts, emotions, and whatever's coming up with that Nine of Swords. And I think this adds that you basically get it all together. So the Emperor is like least likely to be stressed out in this case. I see he's got everything together. He's got nothing to worry about because everything again is under his control. So that's how I feel is the case with you, even though you spend some time worrying this week. Now, if we look at the love side, we have the Six of Cups and Justice and the Queen of Cups. So you could be making a major decision here when it comes to love. It may involve a situation that has resurfaced from the past, or it could involve a connection from the past coming back, deciding to get back with them, and so on and so forth. I think that this is definitely an emotional decision. It is the love life, but sometimes, you could decide to do things logically when it comes to love because you feel like that's the most rational thing to do. I feel like whatever's being decided here is all emotional based. And there's more than likely someone who you have a great deal of emotions for, love, affection for. It does feel like the potential for a serious conversation that needs to happen, especially considering death is the center, which will change things dramatically. Death. What is death about? Five of Cups. One more. I see this one way already. Okay. I feel as though you want to put an end to something that has been strongly disappointing, emotionally disappointing, and confusing with the Seven of Cups energy. I feel in some cases you may have choices that have been presented to you, and it could have been quite a bit, but none of them seem adequate. And this person is focused on what's lost and not on the options that are remaining either. So there is the inability to see options that are still there for you. Let me just get one more. Where does death lead here? Well, death leads you to friendships, celebrations. So that's interesting to me. And I like this because it's a nice offset from this, which does feel, negative, because again, he's solemn, he's just wrapped up in a situation that he can't get over or she can't get over. Meanwhile, unable to see these other things that are still there, just hard to turn around and wrap your head around the fact that this is gone. Let me see what else is out there. And apparently there's a lot of options. And it could be that through friends and close acquaintances or people that you just have fun being around, that they open up your eyes. They allow you to see the other possibilities. All right, General. Eight of Cups. I feel this overwhelming sense of needing to take matters into your own hands. Now we have the energy similar to death, where someone is emotionally detaching from something that you've been part of for a while. And again, I feel as though there's concerns over it with the Knight of Swords being here. Maybe whatever you're leaving makes or puts you in a position where you have to be more independent than you are. And money could be a big factor in this case, being the Nine of Pentacles is here. Could be a relationship as a focus for some of you, where you're choosing to change your relationship status and do have fears when it comes to being out on your own. Nine of Swords. But I think that you're keeping the mental activity under wraps a bit with Temperance. You're being patient with yourself in the situation. Emperor. One more. I mean, these two are coming towards each other. So you could be coming to an agreement with someone, and it could have been a long time coming. It may have taken some like leaps and bounds, and I don't usually see the energy of leaps and bounds with the Seven of Swords, but I see the Seven sometimes as trying to navigate a situation in any way possible, even if it's through secrecy or sneaky methods, but through any circumstances, trying to get through a situation in order to like maybe meet someone and make an agreement with someone and go your separate ways. Let's go to love. Yes. Hermit. You got things to think about when it comes to love. And I feel like you've been thinking about this for a while. More than likely, a very serious discussion that needs to happen. A serious decision that you need to take your time in doing. And you are with the Hermit. You could be learning about someone too, like trying to learn about the situation or the person more. Four of Swords, another quiet energy that's not ready to say, this is what's going to happen, this is what I feel. So, not quite ready to reveal. Seven of Pentacles is also not interested in opening their mouth just yet. They got things to assess. So, lots of things to think about in love before anything happens. Even the Four of Pentacles is hanging on to what he has and can be very protective of what they currently have. So that's, again, if someone's waiting for you to say something, initiate something, make a decision, you just got too much to think about before you can do that. And you need time. I get you need time. And the Hierophant asks that too. Hierophant is stubborn energy, much like the Four of Pentacles, which is the association I'm seeing here. And there's the Six of Cups. The decision is about the past and going back to it, reconnecting with someone, maybe allowing a situation to take place again, something of that nature, revisiting a topic. All that could be the situation. Depends on what you feel like you resonate with, but it involves the past. That's definitely there. And you need plenty of time to think about it. So there could be quite a bit of changes coming through this week, but I think that those changes aren't necessarily being manifested on the outward sense. It's like it's being thought about internally. You kind of are even writing down what you plan. And then maybe in the coming weeks, those changes start to happen because more than likely you initiate them. Okay, your focus card is the Nine of Swords. This is feeling very, very uneasy, unhappy with your situation and stressing out. And I see this, I stress the stress because the cards around the Nine of Swords are just tough energies. You've got conflict cards as both of the outcomes on general and love. So you're combating someone and something here. You're trying to like get a grip on the love side, and you're trying to also get a grip on the general side, whatever that could be. Now you may be trying to separate yourself from someone. This could be someone who's very argumentative or who you just can't work well with the Five of Wands energy. And there's competition here. There's trying to one-up each other, and that person could just be trying to take over, your side of things, for instance, and you just need some separation. You need a break. This could also be reviewing your career choices. Money matters could be a difficult thing as well that you're trying to overcome. And I get the vibe of trying to remain calm as your energy, despite the circumstances. Now, the general side, the love side, we have the Ten of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords. Burden. Heartbreak is a burden here. It's just weighing on you. Someone's weighing you down. Someone's hurt you. And it's very difficult to move past this energy. And it's like all you can see and all you can feel and relive. And I see that because the Nine of Swords is like waking up constantly throughout the night, where you may find yourself reliving a situation that wasn't a nice experience for you. And again, you're carrying this baggage, unable to express your thoughts, your anger. You may feel betrayed for sure with this energy in the Five of Swords. Like someone just kind of out from under you, did something unexpectedly, and now you kind of had to pick up this mess, is what I feel. Not at all promising cards too for single and looking for love here. If you connect with anyone and you notice a red flag, maybe take a pause or be cautious because of this energy in general. 9 of Wands. Feeling like you need to be on guard and ready for something else to kind of come up. The 5 of Cups. Emotional hardships. I do not like this reading. Okay, the 10 of Cups. I feel, considering the energy, that this is all about family, love, and something is not working out this week. 9 of Swords. Situation could definitely be with children as the focus, like fighting over custody rights could be a thing, for instance. Or a child could be at the center of the situation. Does not have to be the case for all of you, but in this case I see it as things coming out as well, out in the open, surrounding home life, home, family, love life. I would love to see this as positive, but with these as the main cards, it's very, very hard to do. What's the positive message you can give to Leos, please? 6 of Cups. I like this because this to me says that while this week may appear to be rough, if this resonates with you, then it's not long before things are back to being good again, feeling like the issues are down by the wayside. However they get resolved, this does feel as though healing happens. There's a recovery in a relationship. There's the mending of a situation as well with this energy. And the happiness will return at some point. And I would say soon, considering it's showing that, and the 3 of Swords at the bottom of this one. All right, so why the 5 of Wands? Something's not working out. You could be part of a team, working on a project, working on a relationship. It's not panning out as anticipated. And there could be struggles. There could be power struggles for some of you. 4 of Swords. You are taking a rest from like communication. You may have been hit with all types of text messages, emails, and are just deciding to be non-responsive for the time being. Queen of Pentacles. This is someone I feel that maybe, again, the situation more than likely involves this person, and you're trying to remain detached with the 4 of Cups. What card is that? 9 of Pentacles. You're trying to secure yourself, focus on yourself, and not let this energy take over. There's a 9 of Pentacles wanting to drop out again. So you recognize what you need and are spending your time that's lucrative for you. And again, trying to navigate this drama. And it could be money issues that are at the focus for some. Someone could be intruding on your space. 9 of Swords. You are stressing out about leaving a situation. Maybe it's been long overdue. Maybe you're just thinking about it. And the thought is a fear of yours. You don't know necessarily how you're going to do it. Okay, what's the reason for the 3 of Swords? The 9 of Wands. Someone, again, you may have been fighting with the person, and like lots of words were said to the point where it's just been too much and you're barely hanging on. It's pretty heated too with the Wands energy. 5 of Swords. There's the burning card. Oh my goodness. All right. All this is definitely weighing down on you. The 5 of Cups. And these feelings that you have that you may want to just like unleash onto someone, or even if you're by yourself, you're holding on to it for the time being because you just don't want to, reveal what's going on, or at least keep it to the minimum so that people don't notice that something is off in your world. You may have a very good poker face. And it feels as though the love life is surrounding the conclusion of a relationship with the world here. And I feel with the world that it is for the best, and you more than likely recognize it as such. But in this case, while the world for the most part is a default good card, you may not see the good in it yet. And instead we have the initial pain coming through. But let's get a clarification for this beauty down here. I feel that this situation is actually going to toughen you up quite a bit. You may find yourself like armed, and so may be initially difficult for others to kind of get close to you. Is what I'm feeling with this Queen of Swords. You may also find yourself protecting what you have from here forward so that no one just ruins your space. And then we do have, again, this happiness comes through. And I feel as well with the Sun here that you will not hold back. Once you kind of gather yourself, you will be very upfront with anyone who like confronts you or again invades your space. You're gonna be like, oh no, what are you doing? Back it up. So that's the vibe I get with that energy. And the Six of Cups. And through a decision that will come, and if it doesn't come this week, this is something that ends up being thought about by the end of the week, but that decision does lead to a return to a more peaceful time for you, more relaxing time. It just may, you know, require having to deal with this crap in order to get there. You could also have someone in your circle that ends up being very, very supportive, and somehow there's happiness as well attached to them, their connection with you. Actually, can I get one more overall? Man, some terrible, terrible cards. I don't like it. The World. So I quite like this. We had it here for the last, well, it's not the last clarifier, but we have it here. And I feel, again, some sort of major transition for yourself. That whole chapter's closing, and it does lead to something greater. You end up leveling up. You gain some experience, life experience. You know now, like for instance, how to respond to situations, and you may not let something ever happen again because you're able to see the signs of it kind of showing up in your life in some way. So I feel, again, this allows you to expand further, and while it's difficult to move past, while it's happening, when it does finally, when you do finally get past it, you realize that it was one of those blessings in disguise.